In this video, we're going to play around with parametric constraints again. Alright, so in the book, it shows you a figure that I need you to draw. So draw that using, whatever you need to use to draw it. So I'm going to draw it quickly here. Alright, so that's the object shown in the book, and we are going to apply geometric and dimensional constraints to it. So let's get into the parametric tab. And in the last video, we manually applied all the geometric constraints, and we manually applied all the dimensional constraints. This time we're going to let AutoCAD try to do it for us. So we're going to select the auto constraint command. So we're going to click on this one and then select objects. We're going to just say all objects and then hit enter. And what it does is it looks at the object and it says, well, this is what I think should be applied. And you judge whether or not it did a good job. If you're unsure which constraints go with which items, just hover. Like, what is this parallel with? What is this parallel with? So you can, hover and find out. Now your constraints may look different than my constraints. It depends on how you drew the object and how AutoCAD really detected them. Alright, let's add some dimensions. Let's do some linear dimensions. I'll do the bottom line. These dimensions over to the right. The dimension to the center of the circles. And then the diameters. Alright, so we have the dimensions there, and in the last video we changed the values of the dimensions by clicking on the individual dimensions. But we can also look in the parameter manager and see all the dimensions at once. So you can see all the dimensions that we placed, the values of all of those, and we can change them here all at once, which is kind of nice. So let's do that. So we have 90. Our D1 will be our driving dimension, and double click on D2 and we'll make that D1 divided by 3. Enter. Double click on D3, That'll be D1 divided by 2, enter, double click on D4, 2 times D1 divided by 3, enter, diameter 1, that'll be D1 divided by 3, and D2 will be 2 times D1 divided by 3. So this allows you, an overall view of all the dimensions. All right, so, and we can change the dimensions here too. So if we change D1 to 60, we can see what happens to our object. We can change it to 100. We can change it back to 90. All right, so that's again a little bit of an introduction to parametric design.